Dr. Connolly.
Thank you, Mr. Whitley. Our Board of Education voted this morning on our pathway to safe and healthy return to in-person learning, and we are excited about the possibility of being able to have our children back in the classroom face to face. All of this is dependent upon the message being in the right place in January. But we're talking about the decision to pathway forward this board.
Thank you, Dr. Connolly. Okay, Mr. Phipps.
Thank you. My name is Ron Phipps. I'm the Associate Superintendent of Data and Accountability with Cumberland County Schools. This morning, we presented the fall 2020 testing plan to our Board of Education for approval, and it was approved. We will be bringing back our students who are currently enrolled in our high school end of course and career and technical education courses, which have a state required post assessment. For end of course tests, that would be, for example, Math 1, Math 3, Biology, and English 2. We will bring the students back on a staggered schedule. We will establish a schedule. For example, on Monday, December 14th, we will test only first period students. So only first period students who have an end of course or a CTE post assessment, they will come to school for their test. All other students will remain at home learning remotely. We will do this December the 14th through the 17th with a makeup day on December the 18th, and we will be able to end our semester as we have on our calendar on December the 18th. Thank you.
Mrs. Bolden.
Hi, I'm Shirley Bolden, Director of Health Services, and just want to talk to you a little bit about what we'll be doing to keep our students safe. Upon arriving to school, students will be screened at the front door as far as temperature checks. Prior to arriving, actually, their parents will complete online screening questionnaire. And in that screening questionnaire, they will attest to not send their child to school if they're not well. In addition to that, when they get there, there will be an employee who checks their temperature, and then the kid will be allowed into the school. We will be issuing face coverings to make sure that everyone, employees and staff, have that. And then let's say that a child screens positive. That's a fever of 100.4, having a recent decrease in taste or smell, a cough that's new or worsening, a shortness of breath or chills. We're going to take that child, allow them to be in our isolation room, and then we're going to provide additional support to the families as the community has, connecting them to resources and other valuable tools that will help them remain safe while back at school.
Thank you, Ms. Bolden. Dr. Wilson Norman.
Good afternoon. My name is Stacy Wilson Norman, Chief Academic Officer, and I'm going to provide you with a brief update of our learning model. Our students will come back to school on an AABB blended schedule for students in grades K through 12 who have opted into blended learning. Students will attend school in person 2 days a week on a staggered reentry schedule. Students in cohort A and B will rotate in person and virtual attendance. Cohort A students will attend on Monday and Tuesday and participate in virtual learning. Cohort B students will attend on Thursday and Friday in virtual learning. Wednesdays will be a remote learning day for all students. This schedule does not necessarily impact students in our early colleges or our Cumberland Academy, but all other students K-12.
Thank you. Mrs. Melody Chalmers McLean.
Thank you. Good afternoon. My name is Melody Chalmers McLean, Assistant Superintendent of District Transformation and Strategic Initiatives. And as Dr. Wilson Norman has outlined, our cohort design is based upon students participating in in-person instruction 2 days a week, learning virtually 2 days a week, and all CCS students participating in a remote learning day on Wednesdays. I do want to specify that our pre-kindergarten and EC students are in a separate setting will not be assigned to a cohort, but those students will attend school in person daily. Our next steps will be to reach out to our families to inform them of their cohort assignment so that they can begin to plan accordingly. So more information will be coming out to families regarding their cohort assignment.
Thank you so much for the information. And last but certainly not least, Mr. Joe Desiremore.
Good afternoon. I'll be talking about child nutrition, transportation, operations, and athletics preparations for implementation of Plan B. Child nutrition will add in-school meal service at every school while continuing curbside and meal bundle orders at some of the schools. All personal protective equipment and supplies are in place at schools. Facilities and personnel protocols are being implemented in accordance with CDC guidance. Transportation routes are being finalized, reflecting the significantly reduced capacity with only one student per seat. Face coverings are required. Cleaning procedures and supplies are in place. Athletics have established new middle school and high school schedules and implemented the latest guidance from North Carolina High School Athletic Association. Looking forward to seeing our students back at school. Back to you, Lindsay.
All right, so we thank you for this great information. Dr. Connolly, we're going to give you the opportunity to have remarks again. We had a few issues with your audio earlier, and so we just wanted to provide one more opportunity for you to share any remarks.
Thank you, Mr. Whitley. Our Board of Education approved this morning for us to transition to Plan B for blended in-person learning. We are excited about the possibility of all our children back in person learning. All of this is dependent upon men and athletes. Well, we're excited about the possibility of watching and
All right, thank you so much. At this time, we are going to entertain questions from the media. We are asking if you would to please add your name and your affiliation in the chat box, and we will call on you as you sign in there. So we're going to begin with Earl Vaughn from the Press Box and City View Magazine. If you have any questions on today, you may ask them at this time.
Yes, I was told that there was a decision pending regarding whether you're going to allow spectators at the volleyball matches that are going to be beginning on Monday and the number that will be allowed. And I was checking to see if a decision had been reached on that.
This is Joe Desiremore. Spectators at athletic events will be in accordance with the governor's executive order, which will allow 25 students inside for the volleyball games. Actually, 25 spectators, which will be the parents of the students.
And is that total, not 25 per
25.
team? Okay, thank you very much.
It should be 25 just for the home team.
Just for the home team, none for the visitors?
That is correct.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions?
Lindsay, if I may, I want to add that the event will be streamed live also.
All right, thank you. So far, I only see Mr. Vaughn. Are there any other members of the media who would like to ask questions this afternoon? So I see several media outlets. I do not want to cut anybody off. You may add your questions in the chat. You may also ask them verbally. We will give you just a moment if you have any questions before we wrap up this press conference. Okay, we do have a question in the chat. How will meal service be facilitated?
We have several options. The meals that will be provided in the school will be grab and go. In the morning, the breakfast, that will be set up on a kiosk at the entry point for the students coming into the school. At lunch, the students will come to the lunchroom, grab their lunch, and go back to their classroom. In addition to that, for those that are remote learning, curbside meals will still be available, and the opportunity to order meal bundles, which they can order for multiple days and pick up at one time.
All right, thank you very much. Any additional questions? All right, well, we really appreciate everyone's time. We're thankful for Dr. Connolly and his leadership team. We do have a question that just came in. What is the basic procedure when students enter the school building each day? I know that may differ slightly by school, but what is the basic procedure when students enter the school building each day?
Okay, this is Shirley Bolden. Parents will complete an electronic pre-screening questionnaire. Then their students will receive a clear to attend school notice. And so the school staff, who are screeners, will look in the database and they will see that that child has a clear to attend. Once they get the clear to attend, they will have their temperature taken. They will make sure they have a face covering. We'll give them opportunity to sanitize their hands. They'll have their temperature checked, and then they'll go in and proceed to their classroom.
Excellent. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right, great information. If I want more information about the plan regarding transitions, where do I go? I'll quickly take that one. We do have a reentry website. You may go to the main CCS website, ccs.k12.nc.us. We do have a button on the right-hand side of that homepage that will take you to our reentry website. On that website, we have all things reentry. We do have frequently asked questions, and we also have broken down each part of the plan, from academics to child nutrition to athletics, so that you can have all of the information that you need. So we certainly encourage you to visit our website. Once again, we want to stress that all of the information that has been shared about reentry is contingent upon the metrics. And so Dr. Connolly and his COVID-19 medical advisory team, they will continue to monitor the metrics, and we'll work closely with our local health officials as well. We just want to, as a closing reminder, remind everyone about the 3 W's. I know we can all say them by heart by now, but to wear, wait, and wash, wear a cloth mask over your nose and mouth, wait 6 feet apart, and avoid close contact, and wash your hands or use hand sanitizer. So once again, thank you so much for being here. If you have any questions, feel free to follow up with the communications office. Also, you will receive a copy of this video following the